Welcome back to Ozarks Live. Blake and I are here again, of course, to talk about the race around the world.
Yes, and the finale is in sight, Cami. We are so close. There's 4 teams left. So there's Dusty and Ryan, our favorites. Well,
one of our favorites.
Because they're from Missouri.
Yeah.
Aruna and Natalia, father, daughter. Raquel and Kayla, the awesome flight attendants. And then Kim and Penn, of course, from the Holderness family. Man, this season has been exciting.
It really has, and I'm surprised that last night, because it's right before the finale, that no one got eliminated.
I know, right?
And tell me what you just said right before the camera started rolling.
This episode gave me so much anxiety watching it. It really was. So they are still in Greece. They stick around in Greece again for this leg. And the first thing they have to do is go to this like almost Colosseum type thing in Greece. And it's called Who Will Leave No Stone Unturned. And there is like, I think they said like 5,000 or some crazy high number of stones. And there was 4 gold coins under the stones.
So one per team.
Yeah.
So you have to find just one in a mix of like thousands of stones.
Thousands.
So just looking at it, it didn't look that bad until they got up close and you saw how small the people were compared to the area that the stones are. The stones are like this big.
Yeah.
And if you lift them up, it was actually on the bottom of the rock. So you have to actually look at
And that was the thing. I didn't actually realize that until a little bit into it. I was like, oh, it's actually like cut into the rock. So you really have to pay attention because if you were just like, oh, you might miss it. You know what I mean? It was very interesting. And the interesting thing about it was we saw a kind of shift with the teams here. So Raquel and Kayla find it like super fast, which was super crazy.
Yeah.
And
Put
then
them way ahead, which they've never really been before.
Yes, and then Kim and Penn find it kind of eventually after, and then Aruna and Natalia find it third, and then Dusty and Ryan are there for 3 hours, I think it said.
And only one of your team can be looking, and so like it's just him down there by himself, and you know, my back was hurting for him, my knees were hurting for him. I think he said his knees were bleeding for a while. It was like so much anxiety watching this. I'm like, I told my husband, I was like, I think at this point, I would be just like picking up and throwing rocks out of my way so I wouldn't get confused about what I had looked at. I don't know if that's against the rules to be throwing rocks.
No, I think that, I don't know either. But I have to say, I think one of the standout moments of this episode was you see in the middle of Dusty's frustration, Ryan's like, hey, dude, just take a pause and come up here.
Which is why they make such an amazing team and why I want them to win.
Yes, and they go to the top of where they're at and they just see the beautiful sea in Greece and the kind of scenery and they take it all in. And Dusty kind of opens up about how he used to struggle with anger issues and it's something that he's really working on because he doesn't want his son, who's like, I think just turned 1 actually, to see him in that way. And I thought that was such a cool moment. And then sure enough, after he takes a breather and just takes a pause, he finds it.
And you know what, though? That speaks volumes to when we have people in our lives that are supportive and, help us through those hard moments.
Absolutely. Which also, just all the more with that alone, shows you how important it is on who you pair up with in this race, you know? Because imagine if this was Akbar and Cherie. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could have been way more of a mess. Way more of a mess. But so then after this roadblock, they head over to a detour. And there was 2 different options. I honestly couldn't even tell you what the second one was because everyone chose the same one. Yes.
Yeah, where they're smashing plates. But it's, Kim put it so funny. She's like, this is the most bizarre version of musical chairs ever. Because you only smash them when like the music plays,
yes.
And then you stop. And she cracks me up the whole time. That's also why I would love them to win as well.
And when you smash the plates, so you have to do like, I would do one and then you do one, and you just kind of go sequentially like that. And then somewhere randomly under a plate, there's like a small, tiny clue.
Or like in it, and it's small, but like, man, I'm wondering like how they even found that. You know, because usually their clues are very sizable and they're hard to miss.
Absolutely. But I will say, part of me wondered if maybe the smashing was intentional after the stone turning, because I feel like so many of them were so frustrated. That was like a great release just for a second.
That's why I'd be throwing rocks back in the rock.
Absolutely. But this leg, the flight attendants, Raquel and Kayla, finally pull out a win for the first time this season.
They did, which I was really excited for them. However, Dusty and Ryan came in very dead last.
Sure did.
So I was so nervous. I'm like, if anyone deserves to win, it's them.
Yes.
But it was a non-elimination leg.
So they were not gone. And isn't it funny how like editing always tries to trick you? Like they kind of made it seem like it was really close between Aruna, Natalia, and Dusty and Ryan. And I always wonder like how true that is.
Well, and I said that comment to my husband last night as well. I was like, they don't ever really tell you how much time has lapsed between like them finding the gold coin and the next group finding the So you don't really know how close these teams are.
Yes. So the finale is tomorrow night, which is so exciting. Now, Phil did announce something kind of interesting. He mentioned at this pit stop that there will essentially be 2 legs in the finale. So someone will be eliminated before that final leg. So not all 4 teams will make it, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to lie, no hate against any of the teams. I'm really hoping that Aruna and Talia get eliminated because I really would love to see those other 3 teams in that final leg and just duke it out. They've been the top the entire season. I think it would be really exciting to see.
Well, I think those other 3 deserve it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Okay, so who's your number 1?
Oh, gosh.
Call it now.
I just feel like I have to stay true to what I've been the entire season, so I'm just going to say Dusty and Ryan.
Okay, you know how much I root for them, but I'm actually going to say Kim and Penn.
Okay, but I'm glad you said that because they're probably my second.
Yeah.
So we have both on our side.
They're both my top,
Yes.
but I'm actually, because of the way things have been going the last few episodes, I'm thinking Kim.
And they're great. They're all great. It's been such a great season. It really has. And we'll see how this finishes out. I know I noticed in the preview they're finishing out in LA at a stadium, so that's really exciting. So they'll fly back into the States, and then I don't know if the last leg will be in LA or they're just like race to the pit stop or how it works. But it'll be really exciting. It'll be really exciting.
I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah. As always, you can catch the Amazing Race Season 33 finale tomorrow night right here on Color 10.
And of course, catch up on the entire season on Paramount Plus or CBS.com.
That's right. We'll be right back.